Hello, and up in the vinyl community, it's Loonacy here. Back to another vinyl update. It's been a while since I've been on, but I've been healing a little bit. If you watched my last video, you'll see that I hurt myself a little bit, had some surgery, but I'm back. Things are starting to heal up nicely. I'm getting a lot better. Still on crutches, but going strong. Been doing a lot of vinyl shopping. Been able to get out and about now that I'm not so laid up. Got a ton of new stuff and actually quite a bit of used stuff as well. I'm gonna split them up because there's so much. Let's see what's playing in the background. Playing a cassette today. Silverchair's Frog Stomp. And I was watching a Vinyl Fury's video today, and he showed some of this on cassette also, Silverchair stuff, and man, I really like him, and it just made me think, I think I have that on cassette. I'll play that a little bit. So that's what's going on in the background. So I'll go ahead and get into it. Go into a lot of the used stuff here that I found. The first 3 or 4 of these I actually found in a local shop, and the next few, I have a little story behind them. First one's Allman Brothers, Enlightened Robes, Gatefold. You know, all these I picked up for like, I don't know, $2 or $3. Maybe they were $3, I guess, in my local store that I go to. I haven't even played that yet, but been kind of busy with the whole. I've been getting a lot of music lately, so it's trying to find the time. There's been a lot of prints shown lately, and I am ashamed to say I don't have any prints until now. And I just happened to be going through and found this. It's Around the World in a Day. Has a little fold-out gatefold stuff, and this isn't, you know, his most popular stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Back in the day, one of the songs on here was played constantly on the radio, and you know, my music is mostly, you know, metal and hard rock, but Raspberry Beret. I know. Let me have it in the comments. Raspberry Beret. I love that song for some reason. Every time it comes on, I listen to it all the way through, and I wanted to buy this album just for that song. I know it's not his best song, but for some reason, I don't know, it brings me back to my youth when it was played every day on the radio for the longest time, so I don't know why, but I like it. Trying to build up my Yes collection. I don't have a whole lot, to be honest, but I've been trying to find, this is, you know, close to the edge, of course. I've been trying to find a lot of stuff, but and this is out there like crazy, everywhere, you know, this album. And this has got ring wear, you can see up at the top, but this was one of the nicer copies. I run into this all the time, just beat up, you know, and the vinyl on this was in great shape, so I finally got a decent copy of it. And I'm trying to do the same thing, you know, finding it out and about instead of having to buy it on eBay. Find some relatively good quality copies of all of the Yes stuff, which is kind of difficult. This is Elton John, Rock of the Westies. I don't know, when was this? This was, well, I don't know when this was. Oh, 75. So this is older stuff, and I really actually kind of like it. It's not bad. I have actually, surprisingly, for the type of music I listen to, I have a lot of Elton John stuff. You kind of have to be in the mood to listen to it, but it's not bad. You know, this album was really not that bad. I liked it quite a bit, more than I thought. And you know, I found it in a record shop for $3 or something. So I decided, heck yeah, I gotta pick it up, finish out that collection. The Elton John stuff now is getting to be the collection part, not the music part for me. I just want them all, just because I do. You know, a lot of us have that same problem. Now the next several here, probably, I have like 10 more, 15 more at least. There's a guy at work, a friend of mine at work, who sent me a random text saying, hey, what type of music do you listen to? Or to name all the types of music you listen to. And I text him back like, what are you talking about? And he called me and said, hey, my family and I are going through I was going through our attic, you know, doing some cleaning, and I came across a box of old records that I had when I was younger, and I don't need them anymore. Do you want them? And I said, heck yeah, what do you got? So he started naming off some of these bands, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I want this. Some of them are doubles, but they're better copies. He said, well, I've only played them a couple times and stuck them in this box, and they've been there ever since. So he sold them all to me for like, I don't know, $1 or something a piece, or $1.50, just cheap as can be. And I was just, I'll show some of them and just look at some of the condition. Hagar, little Sammy Hagar VOA. I mean, look at that. It looks like it's an original, 84, you know, and it just looks like it looks brand new. And the vinyl, exactly the same. Like, it's literally been played maybe 1 or 2 times. So I was excited, and they just kept coming. You know, a lot of them just kept coming. Quiet Riot, which I didn't have this actually on vinyl. And this is condition critical, of course. I didn't have Sammy Hagar either. I mean, it's got a little ring wear, but I mean, what do you expect? You know, sitting in a box this whole time, haven't been played, but the vinyl is just, it looks brand new. It's just still shiny, not a scratch on it. So they just kept coming. Album Nova, and I didn't have this as well. Same thing. I think this is good guitar music, I should say, but I wasn't a huge fan, but still had to have it. This one is Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. This one still was in the shrink. I mean, of course, it was open, but he still had the shrink on it, so it was like no ring wear on a black album, or very, very little. Tiny bit on the back ring wear on a black covered album. I couldn't believe it. And all these are like $1 or $1.50, something like that is what he sold them to me for. Scorpions Blackout, which I have a copy of this, and it took me forever out in the wild to find a good, clean copy of this. And this copy blew mine away. I mean, as far as like the vinyl quality and the cover, it's got a little bit of, you know, what are you going to do for, you know, one that came out in '82? But look at that. It's excellent condition. I couldn't believe it. I was really excited. Billy Squier, Emotions in Motion. I mean, again, a white cover with a tiny bit. Now this had a little bit. Some of these had to. I don't know if you can see it. Looks like a tiny bit of water damage on the outside, just the tiniest bit. But it didn't affect the inside sleeve at all, or the vinyl or anything like that. The inside sleeves on all these were immaculate, not even a tear in them. So heck with it. You know, a little bit of water damage on it is not going to kill me. The Cars, Vargas. I'm sorry, this is Candio. Excuse me. And I wasn't familiar with this, to be honest. I've seen it around, but, you know, the Cars, this is 79. The Cars, for me, you know, to be honest with you, I know this maybe is sacrilege or something to Cars fans, but, you know, the greatest hits and stuff I know all their greatest hit songs, but their individual albums I'm really starting to get more into. Yeah, it's not bad. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. Again, some water damage, but nothing. I mean, the inside sleeves on these are just perfect condition, and I wasn't too overly concerned about them. Excellent stuff. Look at Scorpions. Again, I had this. Love at First Sting. But this one just, it's immaculate. I couldn't believe it. So I have an extra copy of this as well. And it's just, it was in great, and if anybody knows this, you know, it's got Rocky Like a Hurricane, you know, is a big hit, and Big City Nights, and all those. You know, if you don't know this album, you don't know Scorpions. Great stuff. Crocus, which I've heard a lot of Crocus, but I've never owned a lot. This is Headhunter, and I don't know, to be honest, I don't know a lot about Crocus. I don't know a lot about them at all. But it was in the stack, and you know, I've heard them a little bit. This is 83. I've heard them a little bit, but you know, I don't know a whole lot. So school me on this in the comments if anybody's out there. I don't know much about them. Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack. Now, most of you who are subscribed to me at least, know that I haven't started my collection too long ago. Maybe a year, maybe a little over a year now, that I've been actually collecting vinyl. First soundtrack, believe it or not. First one. I don't have a whole lot. I'm trying to establish all the other stuff, all the necessities for me, if you will, and they've always been passed by the wayside. Sammy Hagar, Standing Hampton. I see this all over the place. In the local shop that I go to a lot, I see this in the, you know, $2 all the time, but it's always just mangled, you know, beat up. I mean, I wish the video did it justice of how nice this is. It looks brand new, you know. So I was pretty ecstatic. Another Crocus. The Blitz. Again, don't know a lot about it, but it's in the stack and it came with everything, so had to get it. Everybody knows this. Def Leppard. Pyromania, and I should have pulled my copy out. You know, it's got the little ding in the corner, but I should have pulled my copy out to show you how much of an upgrade copy this is, you know, because mine was just mangled, you know, and this one, it looks like it's never been on a turntable. And I played some of these, and they're just, for how old they are and being originals, you know, because we bought them when they came out, they sound as good as a brand new, you know, 180 gram vinyl right now. It's amazing. Bon Jovi, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's, of course, you know, it's been opened, but still in the shrink, you know, and just mint condition. Got a couple more. Night Ranger. What is this? Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness. Don't know a lot about this album, to be honest with you. What year is this? 83. So not sure, but excellent condition. And then the last one, I do know this one quite well, actually. This is Rat, Out of the Cellar, which is amazing. As far as Rat goes, I love this album a lot. And again, I should have pulled my copy because it's nowhere near this quality. I mean, the vinyl is, I wish it did it justice. It's just immaculate. So, got all these for, you know, $2 a piece, $1.50 to $2, depend, you know, average. And that's a big stack of my used stuff. I've got a big stack over here of new stuff that I'll do in another video that I've ordered, and some of it I actually went to, well, I'll show it later, but I went to my record store and I was looking through the used stuff and I saw a crate behind the counter and asked if that stuff was for sale because I spotted a certain album in it. And the guy said, yeah, he just brought it, some guy just brought it in and sold it all. I haven't even priced it or put it on the shelf. So I literally got there 20-30 minutes afterwards, and I mean, some of the stuff for me and in this area can never find, and I grabbed it all, of course. But I'll show that in another video. So that stuff is used, but a lot of new stuff as well. So I'll try to keep the videos coming. I've said this like 4 videos in a row now, but I am going to do a cassette community intro here soon. Because I have some cassettes to show, and I'm still buying more cassettes as well. So until next time, see you later.